Madame la Présidente,
Madam President, Excellencies, distinguished guests, dear friends, we have reached the end of our seminar, unfortunately, on AI and its application in the education sector. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for your contribution, commitment, and enthusiasm. I have sensed across the seminar that there was a sort of strong enthusiasm in order to explain what is AI for the education sector. So your engagement and enthusiasm throughout these 2 days to explain the multifaceted nature of AI and its immense potential to transform educational systems. And so these 2 days were rich in discussion and the constructive exchange on the various ways where AI could be able to revolutionize our way of teaching and learning, as well as the precautions to take into consideration when it comes to the risks that come with AI. The various exposes and presentations have clearly shown that even if AI can be a noble advancement for technology, it is primordial that the issue of data protection, such as the ones related to equity for access, as well as to the ethics, are at the very heart of our concerns and preoccupations. So it seems crucial to elaborate and adopt regulatory frameworks for the use of AI in a way that would be able to be used in a responsible and inclusive manner when it comes to the domain of education, where AI can represent a major risk which might, for a certain case, to compromise the process of learning or alter learning when it comes to the manipulation of the learners, where the capital of learning or knowledge is still being built. However, AI can still become considered as an important ally, as well as a real complement for learners, parents, as well as core teachers, because it could help them improve and diversify their ways of teaching and learning. So in the scientific research, it is undeniable that AI would allow us to have notable advancements when it comes to the analysis of data, and to help do take on repetitive tasks and have diverse and varied results. However, this use can be double faced, and so it could develop some intellectual laziness for our learners and students. Throughout these 2 days rich in exchange and constructive knowledge, it seems that the apparition of AI in education is inevitable. And this goes without saying that the need for collaborating with one another in order for this integration to be regulated and inclusive is imperative. And so, in order to do so, the intervention of the human element is determining throughout all phases of conceiving, implementing, as well as monitoring and follow up for adjustment. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends, I would like to join the Madam President of the UNIC from the Council of Education to thank our panelists with who have been with us in person and online, as well as the representatives of national councils from the many friend countries, as well as other councils, as well as to our participants who have contributed to the richness of our debates. And so, last but not least, for institutions nationally and internationally, would offer the domain of education and technology to translate our efforts in order to make AI an asset to strengthen learning and to guarantee better use of this tool. The floor is yours.
It's always wonderful to have the opportunity of the last word, but on this topic, the last word won't be spoken today. We've scratched surfaces on a very influential topic together. And I would like to thank everyone for the active participation. And I hope that this kind of active participation will be also mirrored in education and education policy on this topic. Intelligent technology influences the whole of society and therefore education. During this seminar, we've seen its influence, examples of it, of the influence on curricula, student assignments and assessments, ownership of content, learning processes, data, educational choices that technology supports. We've seen influences on professional fitness and teacher skills required to make fruitful use of this technology. The influence on teacher training, the role of other professionals in education, on student learning, on customization and therefore education as a collective process, on equity, quality, costs and benefits, biases, and not in the last place, on governance and legislation, where we're even at the beginning. All of which are topics we advise on as councils, and we do so in a defining time frame. And to do so, we've had a very interesting and timely seminar with wonderful examples of sensible and fruitful use of AI in education practice, and a healthy doses of realism of the elements of education processes it will not or cannot take over. And it's good to keep in mind that there is no the student or the teacher, and therefore not the education process. So will there remain space for pluralism, especially because development is commercially driven? Education, Manos, you told us, is ahead of technology, but not for its own benefit. So let's pick up the glove and help education practice and policy leaders to find the right pathways on which there's also attention for the education's benefit in the development of AI. Tash, I would like to, well, I can't even come close to your cri de coeur, but from this place, I would really like to say my warmest thank you for our Moroccan colleagues. We've had a wonderful seminar, which we wouldn't have if it wasn't for your hospitality, your powerful organizational skills, all your efforts and time to make this a perfect seminar. Thank you so much. And it sets the bar for next year. So when I look at the Belgian colleagues, I know there's much to be expected next year. There are two persons I would like to thank in person without being disrespectful to all the other persons, our fantastic Moroccan colleagues who've helped organize this wonderful seminar. But the beating heart in the organization, Leila, Daya, thank you so much.